Hey guys, I am here to do my wrap up for the buddy read for March 2019 and then announce what we are going to be reading for April. So this is a thing that Bizarre Individual and myself are doing where we are picking random manga to read for the month, read it together, and then basically just kind of do a little wrap up video about it. Anyone is welcome to join. Please do. We love more company. And this one was a bit of an emotional ride. So the ones that we ended up reading for March was actually Orange. So we did read, what do you know, they're standing up. The first two, which is the complete collection, and then we did read Orange Future as well. This was emotional. So this is on the day that Aho begins 11th grade, she receives a letter from herself 10 years in the future. At first she writes it off as a prank, but as the letter predictions come true one by one, Naho realizes the letter might be a real deal. Her future self tells Naho that a new transfer student, a boy named Kakurui, will soon join her class. The letter begs Naho to watch over him, saying that only Naho can save Kakurui from the terrible future. Who is this mystery boy, and can Naho save him from his destiny? This heart-wrenching sci-fi romance that has over 1 million copies in print in Japan. So this definitely has some serious undertones. It does deal with issues of suicide. So basically her and her group of friends are trying to save him from potentially self-harm. So it is a really emotional book. It is a really gorgeous book. It definitely goes into some tough topics. Let's show you some also pretty art. So the first two volumes are the whole series of Orange, and then there's actually I think a side story in this one of the last one. Let me see here if I can figure out where it is. Okay, so yeah, so this half of it, so I don't know if that's like a full book or not, is basically a side story about two twins, and it's actually really cute. I was like kind of like, oh, this emotional depression manga, let's have something fluffy and cute behind it. But basically it's about two twins who like one is the uber popular one that boys always ask out, and the other one's the more shy, reserved one. And the popular one is actually like trying to find a boyfriend for her shyer sister, finds one guy that she thinks is perfect for her, and then of course he falls for her instead. So it's super cute. It was a nice little fluffy thing to go at the end of this heavy topic, so I'm assuming that's why they put it in there. The Orange Future basically is just that. It talks about the future of this series, basically the what could have been essentially if they hadn't done what they'd done. So the interesting thing about this series is that it likes to flip back and forth. So it'll flip between the characters currently in the present time trying to save their friend, and then like them in the future, which, you know, obviously their friend had killed himself in the future, which is why they're trying to save him in the past. So they flip back and forth. I will admit it sometimes got a little confusing for me, because I was like, okay, the flipping sometimes didn't seem like it made sense a little bit, or it was like, it was just didn't flow quite as well as I thought it should have, so it sometimes confused me when they flip back and forth. But other than that, it's just a really beautifully written story. And Future is basically about the characters from the future. If he had in fact passed away, and how that happened afterwards, and them going on after that fact. Do you really need Future to like enjoy this whole thing? Not really. I mean, this was okay, but it wasn't like the emotional drivenness that were the actual whole series of Orange. So I mean, you could kind of leave or take Future if you want. If you want more orange, definitely read Future, because I mean, it just gives you more of the characters in general, but you don't really need it. So before I go into the random spoileriness, I love that they stand up. That's really cool. I'm going to quickly go over what we are reading for April. This was actually my pick, so it is the Volcanic Hotel. So I've read the first volume of this, but I never read the other two. It's only a 3-volume series, so super short. And the back is, you can check in anytime you like, but you can never leave. After a series of tragic events, Tazo decided to make a break with his past and go on vacation to the tiny island nation of Balufuk. I'm so saying it wrong. Little does he know that this hotel is a hot spot for contract killers, drug dealers, ghosts, and a coven of immortal witches. So much for rest and relaxation. So it's just a trippy, fun little story. It's really weird. If you like weird ones, then I definitely say pick it up. The first volume was really weird when I read it. I never finished it, obviously, because I knew we were going to read it for this buddy read. But yeah, definitely, if you guys like some really like paranormally trippy manga, like definitely pick this one up and read it. So that is the initial wrap up for it. If you guys don't want to hear spoilers, bye bye, see you later, and come back later, please, please, please. But for now, let's talk about spoilers, which honestly, with this, it's kind of like the whole back of it tells you like the biggest spoiler, which there is that frankly they're trying to stop him from killing himself. And so like talking specifically into spoilers is kind of hard for me. I will tell you guys, and this might not exactly have the most positive response. I didn't really like this girl. Like at the beginning, like Naho, I didn't really like her. Like, I was kind of getting so frustrated that this girl could just not, like, grab some balls and, like, get some shit done. Like, the fact that they're basically, like, the letter is so, like, her future self was like, okay, this is, like, exactly what you need to do. Because, like, you find out that all of them are actually getting letters, but all their letters are basically just, like, here's, like, a couple pages on shit that's gonna go down, and here you go. But no, her like future self like freaking wrote a diary like every day. This is what you have to do to fix this. And she keeps screwing it up. I'm like, girl, just talk to the dude. It's not hard. It's like, make him a lunch. Okay, here you go. Oh, I'm so nervous. I can't even make him the lunch. I'm so nervous to give it to him. I'm like, oh my god, I want to hurt you, child. Just give it to him. You know it's going to save his life. So yeah, I mean, she obviously, you know, she gets better in the end as she like grows more of a spine. But the beginning part of it, like, I just wanted to like throw her across the room because like she was just driving me insane. And I'm sorry, and I'm sure that's not a popular opinion because I'm sure people love this little girl, but she was just driving me insane at the beginning. So, but then like, look at them. Okay. I mean, like, so, and then, like, something like this is so cute, but then, like, stop, just, ugh. So, anyways, yeah, that was, like, my biggest thing. The story, as you guys know, it's, the heaviness, I mean, you literally, like, see the situation where, like, he honestly, like, I can't remember if they show it when he tries to, like, suffocate himself with a towel, but, I mean, it gets really heavy, so if you don't want some really heavy stuff, I would definitely not recommend it, but I understand why this is, like, super popular, because it's real. It's, like, just such a raw, real, relatable story, and I wish it wasn't relatable, because I wish this wasn't a thing that, like, kept happening in society today as it is, but it does. So, yeah. But anyways, I'm trying to figure out what I can really say about it. I mean, if you guys have read it, you know what, well then you're clearly, this is why you're watching this part. Please don't watch this part if you haven't read it. But, the flipping back and forth definitely did bother me, which is why I pointed it out in the front. Okay, top baby. So cute. So, yeah, that did. I got used to it, but you could definitely, it was kind of like, okay, where are they now? So, anyways, I guess that's it. I don't know. So yeah, there are the books. It's gorgeous. Definitely, I don't think Future's gonna stand up. Oh, it did surprise me. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this buddy read wrap up. I realize, like, I'm kind of, like, terrible with trying to wrap up some stuff. I really need to work on that. I'm like, this is why I don't do reviews half the time, because I never really know how to, like, review stuff. So, anyways. So I hope you guys enjoyed the buddy read wrap up for Orange. I hope you guys, if you like some trippy manga, will come join us in April for the Vochnik Hotel. I think it's gonna be a grand old time. I will see you guys later for the next one. Everyone have a very good rest of the day. Bye!